Hello everyone, it is my pleasure to greet all the fans who are watching us in North, Central America and the Caribbean, as well as around the world. My name is Pedro Velázquez and I am the head of national competitions at Concacaf. We are here today at the Concacaf headquarters in Miami to conduct the official draw of the 2023 Concacaf Under-17 Championship Qualifier stage. This edition of the tournament will be played in two stages, beginning with the 2022 Concacaf Under-17 Qualifiers and followed by the 2023 Concacaf Under-17 Championship. In total, 38 Concacaf member associations will compete in the tournament that will determine the 4 Concacaf representatives at the 2023 FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Peru. Today, the draw of the qualifier stage will be conducted. The qualifiers will consist of the lowest ranked 22 participating member associations in the Concacaf Under-17 ranking. A total of 22 teams will be divided into 2 groups of 6 teams and 2 groups of 5 teams. After round-robin play, the winner of each group will advance directly to the round of 16 in the championship, joining the top-ranked 16 teams. The Concacaf Under-17 ranking as of December of 2019 has been used to determine in which stage each team will participate. In a few minutes, we will divide the 22 participating teams in the qualifier stage into 2 groups of 6 teams and 2 groups of 5 teams. The group stage draw of the Under-17 qualifiers will be conducted using a single blind system involving 5 pots. Pot 1 will contain the names of the highest ranked teams in the qualifiers: Nicaragua, Dominican Republic, Bermuda, and St. Lucia. Pot 2 will contain the names of the next teams in the ranking: Guyana, Puerto Rico, Antigua and Barbuda, and St. Kitts and Nevis. Pot 3 will contain the names of the next 4 teams in the ranking for the qualifiers: Cayman Islands, Grenada, Aruba, and the Bahamas. Pot 4 will contain the names of the next 4 teams in the ranking, which are Martinique, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Belize, and Bonaire. And finally, Pot 5 will contain the names of the next 6 teams in the ranking for the qualifiers: St. Martin, U.S. Virgin Islands, Dominica, Anguilla, and British Virgin Islands, as well as Turks and Caicos Islands. The draw will begin with the teams from Pot 1, Nicaragua, Dominican Republic, Bermuda, and St. Lucia, will be drawn into position A1, B1, C1, and D1. We will continue then with Pot 2. The first team draw will be placed in Group A, position 2, followed by the second team in position B2, the third team in position C2, and the fourth team in position D2. The same procedure will be followed then for Pots 3, 4, distributing the teams in position 3 and 4 of each group, respectively. For Pot 5, the last 2 teams will be drawn for A6 first and then for B6. Now that we know the competition format and the draw procedures, let's begin the draw. We'll start drawing a sphere from Pot 1, and this team will go to Group A, and it's Bermuda. So Bermuda will go to position A1. The next team will go to Group B, position 1, and it's St. Lucia. Let's continue to draw the last 2 spheres of Pot 1, and it's the national team of Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic will be drawn in Group C. And finally, the last sphere, which go to Group D, should be the national team of Nicaragua. So the Central American team will go to Group D. Now that we have finalized Pot 1, let's continue the draw with Pot 2. The first team that is drawn will be join the national team of Bermuda, and it's Guyana. So Guyana will go to Group A together with Bermuda. The next team drawn will go to position 2 of Group B, and it's Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico will join St. Lucia in Group B. let's find out which team will join Dominican Republic in Group C, and is St. Kitts and Nevis. So St. Kitts and Nevis and Dominican Republic are forming Group C. And finally, the last sphere of Pot 2 will join Nicaragua, and is Antigua and Barbuda. So that concludes the draw of Pot 2. Let's continue now to Pot 3. And the first sphere, as you already know and was previously explained, will go to Group A, and is Bahamas. So Bahamas, Bermuda, and Guyana are in Group A so far. The next sphere of pot number 3 will go to Group B together with St. Lucia and Puerto Rico, and it's the national team of Aruba. Let's continue. The last 2 spheres of pot 3, joining Dominican Republic and St. Kitts and Nevis, and is Cayman Islands. So Cayman Islands will be in position 3 of Group C. And lastly, the last sphere is joining Nicaragua and Antigua and Barbuda in Group D, and is the national team of Grenada. Okay, let's continue now with pot 4. Pot 4, first team will be drawn in Group A, and is Bonaire. So Bonaire is going to position 4 of Group A, and the next sphere is also going to position 4 of Group B, and is the national team of Martinique. So the French team will be joining St. Lucia, Puerto Rico, and Aruba in Group B. Let's continue for the next sphere of pot 4, joining Dominican Republic, St. Kitts and Nevis, and Cayman Islands, and is St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So St. Vincent and the Grenadines in position 4 of Group C, and the last sphere will take position 4 of Group D. The Central American team of Belize. So 2 Central American teams in Group D, Nicaragua and Belize, and 2 Caribbean teams, Antigua and Barbuda and Grenada. Let's go now to the last pot of this Under-17 Qualifiers draw. And the team going to Group A is St. Martin. So St. Martin is going to Group A. So we already have 5 teams in Group A. Remember that Group A and Group B has a total of 6 teams, and Group C and Group D had a total of 5 teams. The next team will go to Group B, position 5, and is Anguilla. So Anguilla is the 5th team in Group B. And now to close Group C, which has only 5 teams, is the national team of Dominica. So that concludes Group C, Dominican Republic, St. Kitts and Nevis, Cayman Islands, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Dominica. Let's finish also Group D. The next team going to position 5 in Group D, Turks and Caicos Islands. So Group D is now concluded as well with 5 teams: Nicaragua, Antigua and Barbuda, Grenada, Belize, and Turks and Caicos Islands. Let's draw the last 2 spheres of pot 5. The first one, as explained before, will go to position 6 of Group A, and is British Virgin Islands. So that concludes Group A, and the last sphere to conclude the Concacaf Under-17 Qualifiers draw and Group B, U.S. Virgin Islands. So with that, we conclude the draw. Let's quickly review the qualifying stage groups. Group A, Bermuda, Guyana, Bahamas, Bonaire, San Martin, and British Virgin Islands. Group B, also with 6 teams, St. Lucia, Puerto Rico, Aruba, Martinique, Anguilla, and U.S. Virgin Islands. Group C, with 5 teams, Dominican Republic, St. Kitts and Nevis, Cayman Islands, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Dominica. And Group D, also with 5 teams, Nicaragua, Antigua and Barbuda, Grenada, Belize, and Turks and Caicos Islands. Whoa, what an amazing draw. We will surely have some thrilling matches in these qualifiers. Please join us in celebrating this amazing competition by tuning in to our official Concacaf platforms and see which 4 teams will qualify to the championship phase. Thank you for joining us for the Concacaf Under-17 Qualifiers draw. On behalf of Concacaf, we wish you a great day. Thank you for your attention.